Waterweeds, they're one of the new plants that's been introduced here in the launch preview upgrade. And today I'm going to try to farm that. So what they require is they just require this little bit of puddle of salt water, brine, or water in order for it to grow, but it can't be over 1 tile deep right there. So that seems like it's going to be really, really easy to do. Not only that, the domestic life cycle right there is 12 cycles, and you get out of that 3,600 calories of lettuce, which looks rather tasty, believe it or not. Its quality is terrible in that it's 0, but we can use it in other ingredients as well. But the spoil time is actually very, very fast. Look at that, only 2 cycles. So let's go ahead and try to ranch that today. I'm sorry, not ranch. I'm going to try to farm that, and I'm going to try to farm that right down here. That's right below the rest of my farms, so I think that makes sense. Now they are 2 tiles tall, so with that in mind, you can actually end up splashing through that. So like Ariasalon right here was actually saying you pay for water weeds with all the stress you get from soggy feet. However, BWK over here had a screenshot that I thought was rather interesting in that you have the ladders just above that, so you can actually do your harvesting and everything without having to put your feet down on the water weeds. So that actually seems like a pretty cool little way to do a farm for water weeds. So I'll try to set that up and see just how it works. I don't know if the farm station will actually apply to that or not. So we'll try. We'll just do a little bit of experimenting today to see what all happens here with these water weeds. Okay, we'll enable auto harvest on this one. It's just about done, growing 99%. But then what I want to do is I'm going to dig up here and we'll try to get into there as well. I think it'd be interesting if I actually did it with salt water too. I mean, just for the sake of exploring all the new stuff. Yeah, why not? So while all of that farming is going on, I'm actually going to continue to clear this area out up here to prepare for more of my space station and research and all of that stuff that's going to happen above here. So, goodness, look at all the regolith I got to deal with. Yeah, that'll be a topic for the future here. I don't want to focus on it too much because I could end up focusing on it for the next 500 cycles or something. So just know that I'm building some stuff up there. I'll show you later. All right, let's go ahead and dig these guys up. Yeah, we can uproot that one too. That'll be 3 seeds. And we can harvest that, and then we'll get up to 5. That's a pretty good start. Now, of course, once I have lettuce, I want to cook it into something a little bit better here. So let's take a look to see what we can make here. Pepper bread, let's go ahead and try to make a few of those. I should have all of the gas. Yes, I have the natural gas hooked up to that. And one of the other things that we were talking about here in my base, since I have so much power coming from this volcano down here and my shine bugs up there, not to mention the fact that I could use ethanol to generate power as well. At this point, I don't really want to use hydrogen for power. I'd rather use that for either cooling loops or whatnot, or rockets, essentially. So I'm just going to kind of simplify some of the power grid here and reduce the amount of ways I have power running into my system. So we can just kind of get rid of all of that. With that in mind, all of the hydrogen that I'm actually recovering from this thing, I could potentially capture that and store it as well. Looks like the Weiswort Venturi thing is still working here, so I might actually be able to do that with the hydrogen as well. Okay, but that's all different topics for another time here. Let's focus on the water weeds. So the water weeds are going to be right over here. Let's go ahead and plant a few of those. And I'll definitely need to have some sort of basin for that. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of plumbing. So we'll have the bottle emptier. Oh, yes. And then we can actually bring in the salt water. That'll be interesting. Let's do that. So if I just dig that up, and then I use pitcher pumps, we can go ahead and just move that stuff around. For some odd reason, I can't. Why can't I build this? Okay, cool. There we go. We just have a little bit of... All right, so there we go. I just have a little bit of salt water down there. Just look at that, just a little bit. 26 kilograms, not much at all. Let's deconstruct that. And then right up here, we'll go ahead and try to build this into a room. Stop trying to pause the game all the time. I don't know why I do that, I just do it. I love to pause the game to plan things out. It's because these super dupes like suddenly fly over there and do everything I click the second I click it almost. It's kind of ridiculous. So anyhow, there we go. We got that. Let's see if a farm station can actually work down here. I'll just cover up a couple of tiles just for the sake of it, see what happens. I don't have that many water weeds anyhow. One of the things that people are saying is that the pips, well, can plant in farm tiles. Yeah, I kind of noticed that as well. But they are domestic when they're planted in a farm tile, no matter what. Whether you do put it there or a pip put it there. So that's something to keep in mind. Ooh, hey, okay, cool. So Farmer's Touch, I was able to put it down here, and that was applied to the waterweed right there. So you can see that that's happening. Awesome. Okay, so what's better, the dust cap or the waterweed? 2,400 divided by 7.5. Ooh, dust caps are just a little bit better. However, they require slime, whereas this just requires to be in a puddle. Yes, yes. Both of them are quality terrible, so it's kind of it's like a better mushroom. All right, well, I don't necessarily need to go down here and actually use fertilizer, so what I would rather do is be able to harvest it without touching the floor, because the floor is made of lava, right? So there we go. We'll just do this number, and then we'll move that door up one, put the pneumatic tile right up here. Doot, doot. We're using plastic tile because we're fancy now, just because we can. You know what? I think I will actually use Farmer's Touch just in order to increase the amount of seeds I have. So I think that's useful. Go ahead and put that right down here. Boom. And we'll just plant up more of them as I get them. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I currently have 6, but I need a lot more. So let's go ahead and just put a lot more of those in here. Another arrangement that might work, rather than using ladders, if I still want this to be kind of like a throughway for dupes, I might just be able to... My dupes can still run on doors that are placed horizontal, right? If they're pneumatic. Here, Fane, look. I want you to move right over here. Yep. Okay, sweet. So let's try another arrangement here, but using doors as kind of a floor so the dupes can they can run through there. And they can also reach through it if they need to in order to harvest the floor. That's what I'm kind of going for. All right, how's the temperature over here? Woo! All right, plenty good. Oz, you can stop running on the icy fan. Thank you. How are we doing? Oh gosh, I didn't see that we actually cooked anything. Let's try to cook some food here real quick while this stuff is... Crap! Our chef is down. Help, Merc buddy, come up there. There you go. There you go. Okay, so if we take a look at the cooking that's going on here, you see that there's carbon dioxide. It's kind of getting pushed out the top. Oh, and the carbon skimmer got it. And there goes some more polluted water in order to cool. We cool our base by cooking food now. Yeah, buddy. Paku filet and some lettuce right there makes sushi. That's going to be great. This is going to make me hungry. It's like lunchtime. Mushroom wrap. Mushrooms, which we have 273,000 calories of, and some more lettuce. You see, there's lettuce. It's used everywhere, isn't it? Spicy tofu. Nosh bean. Okay, so I don't think I ever spawned any nosh beans in. Hopefully I'll get some out of here. Darn it. I get one of those terrible wart seeds. Thanks, game. Bristleberry. I don't really care about that. Oh man, I'm getting hungry. Herbies is calling my name. All right, so can we use the Paku fillets for just anything? Are they edible all on their own? I hope they are. Consumables. Yes, you can eat the Paku fillets right there. And it's actually a +1 morale, actually. It's not bad at all. You can eat lettuce all by itself too. Cool. Meat, however, is terrible, so. Tell you what, let's make some variety here. We'll just make 10 of everything. Yes. Look at Leon go. He's just like adjusting the temperatures, watching the food cook. I'm gonna starve to death. So is carbon dioxide escaping every now and then? Yes, actually it is. Here's what I'm going to do. We're gonna trap that gas. So it has to go past the carbon skimmer. Wait. Is this made out? Oh, it's made out of diamond. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure I kept my standards reasonably high around here. All right, so now is carbon dioxide making it out of the gas range? Or making it out of my... All right, so look at that. Now the carbon dioxide, bam, it can't get out. That was a fairly easy problem to solve, especially if you already have like a sink and everything there. So what I'm doing, just in case you don't know, is I have the clean water that's running in over here, just like that. And polluted water is running out like that. Boom. not a big deal. And then all of this is running over to the heat flusher system right over here, which actually heats stuff up and then runs it through the sieve, which cools it back down, and that hasn't changed with the latest preview update, so I guess the heat flusher is still a legitimate idea. All right, so how are we doing down here? Ooh, we got one more water seed. That's happened right there. Still growing, we're right around 68%, so we got a bit to go. Okay, so it looks like the dupes can't reach through here and get to that just quite yet. Here's a fun idea, but I guess it doesn't really work. What if I plastic tile it like that? Oh yeah. Yeah, that works. And these dupes, they can travel around fairly easily on top of this if you give them 2 tiles just like that. Sweet. Okay, so it's time for a new duplicant. Victor, welcome to the base. And thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. This is your bed. You got, oh my goodness, you got all these nice little plants in here. You can go to the bathroom right over there, right next to the food. Fantastic. You know what? I'll even make you a snazzy suit. One good tip I learned from the Discord channel over here was actually to use the decor overlay, and if you kind of hover over this, you can read just how many shine bugs you have in that spot there, or you know, that's affecting the decor right there. So you can see the decor in that area. Oh my goodness, 1,600 just from shine bugs alone. Plus you got some nymphs on top of that. Wow. So it looks like I've done a pretty good job here. We got 53 and 6 down there, 55 and 12, 58 and 15. And everybody keeps asking me, so I'm going to keep telling you, no, this doesn't seem to add a lot of lag to my game. It's because they only have one single tile for them to be in. If you let them loose, my game would probably like crash. So it's actually a good idea to make sure that you can't open up those doors. One of these days we'll let it loose just to see what happens. I think that'll be fun, but that's not going to be today. Okay, cool. We now have some lettuce down here. Unfortunately, it's unrefrigerated. I have to be careful about that. Do I? I keep building more of these refrigerators, but they're all full all the time. Okay, I'm going to need to build a storage facility for all of my food. Now, I like to store my food in chlorine if possible. I need something that's way bigger than this. I mean, this is cool, but I think I'm to the point of almost needing automation for all of that. Maybe I'll do kind of automated grills and a gas range and all of that, so I make a certain amount of food rather than everything else. But you know what? I'm still going to have the ingredients, right? So there's like, no matter what you do, you're going to be storing millions of calories of food. We got to remember, I have to end up with like loads and loads of duplicants within this base at some point. Oh, you know what we could do? Just for fun, I was just looking at this more. We could make one of those morb farms where we hatch more and more morbs essentially out of like a toilet and use that to produce oxygen. That was always very ridiculous. I'll have to relook at that experiment to see if it has become more viable now, because it was based on kind of like a global timer rather than the timer being like relative to the game. So that kind of made it hard to justify. Okay, so down here I'm just going to store bleach stone. Hey, game, I need more plastic. What are you doing, dupes? Where's my plastic production? Should be happening. Oh yeah, it's happening. There it is. I might have to suck up some of this natural gas. There's a lot of it down there. Then again, there seems to be a lot of just about everything down here. Wow, that's kind of crazy. You know, I kind of want to set this thing up so that it could potentially be automated here in the future. So what I'm going to do is just kind of allow for a little bit more space. That way I can get some sweeping arms in there. So that way I can have a drop-off spot right there, and I can kind of get to all of those if I need to. So I think it'll end up looking a bit like, you know, up here. So I think what I'll end up with is the receptacle right there, and if I wanted to ship it into a point, I could also do that as well. But the refrigerator's down below, just like this. You can see the sweeper can reach most of those. Now there is a way to kind of stack these on top of each other if we were to kind of put the refrigerator there and then destroy the floor and all that stuff, but I think that's just a little bit too cheesy for my liking. So there we go. Boom. All right, good news. This tree has finally grown, so I can go ahead and wrangle my little pip down there. Let's go ahead and wrangle him up, and we'll drop it off in that location, so we'll actually start to ranch pips a little bit. Is that a wrangled pip? Just kind of hovers on this rung of the ladder. Oh, no, there it goes. Oh, look at how funny it looks when it's wrangled up. Hey, Pip. There you, my man, took you a little while. I would say you're not the brightest Pip in the ranch, but you're the only Pip in the ranch. So, I guess that is what it is. We can go down here and harvest up some of the lumber. That'll be good. Looks like we almost got a full thing of ethanol. You guys were actually talked about a really good idea of, since that's so cool, I could actually use it to cool some things down. I might even be able to set it up right here and cool this down. See, we're still waiting for the water weeds to kind of grow. You can see they're at 97%, so we'll get our first big harvest here. Actually, I guess our second harvest. Looks like we got a few more seeds out of it, since we're up to 6. Ooh, maybe even 7. All right, we'll put this plumbing right down here. I'll try to move that salt water. Liquid, salt water. Yeah, see, we're getting extra seeds just like that. Boom. And that's all the more it takes. You know, it doesn't really take anything at all. We could just deconstruct that and we're done. How much do I have on there? Only 9 kilograms. Boom. There's 3 more water weeds. There we go. These are really easy to set up. No dupes! No! Oh no, they're gonna find a way out. Ah, there goes all my Atmos suits. Now they're gonna be all over the base. Otto's just gonna be stuck in that thing forever. Where you at, Otto? Yes, I see you. Aren't you oh my goodness. Whoa! How about you move right over here and put that suit back? There you go. You know what? It looks like I have enough water just from whatever was dropping down here. If I just find the water and hit empty on it. Ah, not enough. Uh-oh. I have a stuck dupe with a full bladder. And I don't think you have the ability to dig. Is that what you... No. Oh, yeah. You're the one dupe you can't free yourself. Well, I guess we'll water the plants in one way or another. Polluted water doesn't count. Mantis. It was good thinking, but... Oh, it looks like I might have been able to get one more seed. I'm not sure where it came from, but... there we have it. I now have 2 arbor seeds. Oh, so here's the thing. This Pip is going to try to plant it. It even knocked it out just to get to it. All right, so what I'll have to do is move that Pip out of the ranch up here. The dupes are just gonna keep coming back and putting it in the storage bin. Alright, so let's try this again. What I'm going to do is we're going to copy that down there and then just disable it. We will wrangle this Pip up and move it. So when I disable that, the seed will now be hopefully right there. No, that's the wrong seed. Duplicates. How did you end up with that seed? Somebody want to sweep up a blossom seed. Now just what in the world happened over here? How come I don't have the seed anymore? Pip, what did you do to my seeds? Pip! Okay, so I reloaded the game, and now I don't see those seeds anywhere. I hope I didn't lose them. It's not a good sign. I had 2 of them, but then they're just gone. Oh, what happened here? Oh, how in the world did an insane amount of igneous rock end up here? I mean, I could see if it ends up down here, I get that, but what in the world? No, that is a bug. Looks like I didn't have enough ethanol down here, so things started to entomb. That's causing some problems. So, once again, I'm going to have to wade into the super hot spot down here and attempt to, I don't know, clear that thing out. I had this thing scaled just right for phosphorus, but ethanol is kind of a different beast. I don't think I ever put too much in there. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go in there. We'll dig this up at a priority level of like 9. Try to get in and out as fast as possible. And then I'll dump a ton of ethanol on top of that to try to kind of attenuate that volcano a little bit more. You can see we got like 26 kilograms in that one spot. That's still not a huge amount of thermal mass when you compare it to using like solid phosphorite or something like that. Come on, dupes. Build it. Uh-oh. Dupe down. Victor, welcome to the base, by the way. You might want to move out of there. Oh, that's a lot of hot stuff that just came flying out of there. You guys have one more liquid vent to work through. Come on, dupes. It's getting a little roasty in here. You can just get rid of that. You don't need it. Insufficient ceramic. Excellent. Thank you for that, dupes. Oh, come on, build it. You're right there. Arrgh. Oh, that's gonna be a mess. It's all hot too. Woo! All right, so here's what we're going to do just to try to not melt too much. I'm going to build some temperature shift plates right here. And hopefully we can use this cooling capacity up here to kind of cool that down here out, because it got toasty down there. Look at that, 120 degrees. Yeah, that's kind of hot. All right, so it's the next cycle. We have plenty of dupes that could use a little bit of hot work. There you go. Super meat, what in the world, dude? Ah, darn it, I left that open. All right, priority level 9, let's deconstruct that piece of pipe, please. Come on, dupes. All right, let's see what happens here. One dupe after another is going down. Victor's next. It'll be all right. Just stick to it, dupes. Jeez, Victor, take a while. There you go. No, don't go down. Dude, just move away from the lava. There you go, Victor. Matter of fact, go put your snazzy suit on. All right, so how much do I want to bring this up to? I'm at 220 something. I think I'll do about 250, maybe 300 per tile right there. That should be a lot of extra thermal mass down there. Let's see what this temperature looks like. You know what? It's actually coming back down. It's not a ton going on right here, but that won't be too bad. Okay, we'll see what 350 does down there. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, so as you can see, we have more and more water weeds that we're able to grow down here. I've decided to grow quite a few of them. But I'm not going to keep this one up top. It's a little bit too short, and I kind of want to keep a little space here so I don't just have a solid block of farm all the way from top to bottom on my base. So once I've gotten enough seeds out of these water weeds here, then I'll just get rid of this top one. So it looks like I was able to get the salt vine, but unfortunately that salt vine disappeared when I harvested it. Okay, so much for that. If I take a look at my seeds over here on the right, you can see that we have, is that not even a seed? The salt vine isn't a seed? Yeah, I don't see any of those seeds down there. The pinch of salt vine, or whatever it is. I don't know. I think there's a few things that they gotta fix here in this upgrade. Okay, well, don't eat my lettuce, man. I want to cook it into better stuff for you guys. Barbecue. Let's make 99 of those, huh? A little bit of aluminum ore. Boom! I'll take some of that. Did I ever set that up over here? Iron. Tungsten. No, I didn't. Apparently fried mushrooms and omelets are not a thing. Come on now. Merc, what are you doing? You're totally slacking on all of your cooking. All we have is ingredients. Disgusting ingredients. Okay, so the frost buns takes 3 units. However, we could use those same things to make sleet wheat grain. Oh my goodness, it takes 10 of those. But that's 4,000. So actually that's not worse at all, except for it doesn't take a pinch of pepper seed. So the pepper bread is something we should make quite a few of. Ooh, or I could just make mushroom wraps. 2,400. Oh, see, they rebalanced some of this stuff. Look at this. In that we get 4,000 calories out of like a mushroom wrap, which is actually pretty huge. So that almost makes me think the mushroom wrap, although it does take lettuce, is probably worth it. 2,400 to get to 4,000, 2,400 to get to 2,800. But I'm using some lettuce, which is 3,600, and I get 4,000 out of it. So yeah, that actually makes sense. Just not make fried mushrooms anymore, make mushroom wraps. Bam! Although you can see that this sure does take a lot of natural gas. But then again, I have a lot of natural gas to rip through. So if I do this number real quick, ooh, and we open it up, that brought in quite a bit more natural gas down here, but hey, you know what? It keeps the Wheezewort Venturi thing. Oh, darn it. Nope, that caused it to have issues when I did that. Oh well, is what it is. I'm not even sure that thing's going to be an option anymore. Although there is some ideas that if we were to bring it in on the side, it could potentially still work. Or if we go down to the farm tile, where's the farm tile? Might be able to put a planter box down and actually put a Wheezewort inside of that. The other thing is that we can also use door compressors to do the exact same thing that we're doing here. And you can run those without power and they will still work. So there's other ways of super compressing gas you see that we were able to get over 100 kilograms in here. So that's actually higher than what we were last time, and I actually kind of messed it up a little bit when I started opening and closing this door a few times. So there's a tremendous amount of natural gas right there. But we'll see after I cook a whole bunch of times. What are eggs used for? Eggs are not used. Okay, so it makes sense to continuously make omelets over here. The other thing is there is a way to auto cook omelets just by increasing the temperature of the egg. Or shall we say the raw egg, you can increase it and then it will automatically turn to an omelet. There's a pretty funny picture on my Discord somewhere where guys just cooking omelets on regolith. Just kind of a fun idea. If you were to drop it up there, done. And yeah, look at this. The carbon dioxide doesn't make its way out. Cool. You can see the temperature down here has returned back towards normal, so good. It's been an interesting thing to try to tackle. So there, just to give you guys an idea, I'm up over 300 kilograms down there, and that has reduced just how much power I'm able to pull out of this because it absorbed a fair amount of energy down there. That igneous rock is now down to 195 degrees Celsius, so that's okay. It'll erupt here in this cycle. We'll see what happens. See if it'll entomb or if that increased amount of ethanol down there will do what we want it to do and actually just kind of cool that down fast enough so that we just build up more and more rock. Alright, so here we go. The volcano's going to erupt. Oh, it's even better. It's overpressured. What? Well, I couldn't imagine any other situation than this one, where I've got a ton of hot gas and a volcano that wants to erupt, and all I need to do is let enough pressure out for it to explode. Miss Crimson, good luck. Oh, buddy. It's still overpressured. Move back in there, please. Okay. No. Nope. I don't know. I definitely reduced it, though. Speaking of geysers that are apparently overpressured, I guess this one overpressures at 5 kilograms up there, and I just have too much oxygen in one spot. Gosh, I really wish they just told you what in the world was going on over here. Not to be kind of negative about the whole thing, but... Okay, so I'm in my test lab here. Let's go ahead and see just how this works. See if 260 is too much. I really wish they'd tell you just how close you were to being overpressured on these geysers and vents, but I've run into that a couple of times here now, to where things are just overpressured and I can't seem to deal with them, and okay, that's cool. There we go. Okay, so here we are. Apparently it's going to emit magma. Are you emitting? No. Get out of here, NVIDIA. Okay, so now it's overpressure. So that's 200 kilograms and still overpressured. 175, still overpressured. 150. Nope. Okay, so there we have it at 125. Now it's starting to run. Well, that's kind of annoying, but at least we know. Oh, there we go. I made it back into the game. Yay! That only took like 10 minutes. Okay, here we go. Alright, so dupes, whatever, just open these doors up. You might as well. I need to get that down to 125. It's going to be it's going to be a hot cycle, dupes. Hope you guys are ready. And we'll load up the cots. There we go. But we're going to leave one just in case one of these dupes go down. Dangerous. But at least I can close this door. So once this gets... Yeah. Okay, 200, 175. Okay, let's try to close it now. Haha! That's 150. Okay, we need to open it up a little bit more. And close it down. Woo! Alright, let's flip these back to auto. We're at 126 in there. Come on, dupes. Flip it. Flip it. Dude, just flip it, please. Ah! Ooh, that is roasty. Man. Okay. Priority level 9. Need some more cots. There's another one. There you go. There's a few more. Oh no. Victor's down. Meanwhile, Merc is like, nope, I'm just gonna chill up here and cook all day. Oh, my dupes are roasted. My base is roasted. Oh, no. Look at all of that. We're going to re-enable that, even though I don't think it'll work. Oh. There's just dupes being carried up over and over again. Oh. Oh, no. 100 degrees. You know what? I was expecting it to be a little bit hotter. There you go, Fane. Oh, it was a nice attempt. I don't even think that's going to be worth it. Come on, Weezwarts, do your thing. Oh. Oh. See, this is why you put your farms inside of insulated tiles. Hey, just to talk about this, the Waterweeds, by the way, they have a pretty decent temperature range from 22 to 65 degrees Celsius. I think we'll explore all of that. All right, we're down to 80 degrees. Things are starting to cool down a little bit. I've got more than a few dupes that are extra crispy. It might actually just be all my dupes, except for Merc. Yes, I've managed to cook all my dupes, except for Merc. Way to go, bud. Oh, good job, Merc. Oh, wait, Leon? How are you not? Oh, no, you must have just recovered. Leon apparently is not cooked. Care package, ethanol. Just what I wanted. Thanks, game. I don't have enough of that already. Oh, it looks like most of that's condensed down here. Managed to flow into all of my farms that I was trying to make today's topic about. Slickster is slightly confused. Okay, so we're into the 70s now. That's a little bit better. We've managed to heat some things up a little bit over here, but if this was more of a cooling loop, it'd actually do a little bit more work. Oh well. So get this, I've managed to make a vacuum down here. Okay, I have to mop everything up, so I have to go back through here and empty all of these salt waters. There you go. All right, so there we go. I think we survived that fairly good, considering just how much heat I dumped into my base. I mean, it's still warm. We're at like 58 degrees Celsius, but you know what? I feel like that could have been a whole lot worse. That just goes again to show why a cooling loop in your base is just so powerful. Look at this. It's just, everything up here is just like nothing ever happened. 23 degrees. And the farm being insulated down there, look at that. Didn't really affect it much. This one, not so much. But then again, it's a Slickster, so it doesn't really care. If anything, it's probably happier right about now. These farms down here can easily take the temperature that they're subjected to, so not really that bad at the end of the day. And since there's more oxygen down here, the dupes don't stop to breathe right in front of the nuclear doors, so that's good. I guess the thing we have to wait and see is whether or not this thing's going to entomb itself again. If it does, then I'll probably regret not using phosphorite, because that seemed to work pretty good. What? How'd the pipsqueak? Where'd you show up? Alright, we'll wrangle. Why don't I have any more seeds? Ah! Huh. I wrangled a pipsqueak and it turned into a pip. Is that what I just saw? Either I'm going crazy or Clay's doing some interesting things here. No, maybe it was just the timing of it. Okay, what's wrong with this pip? It just froze. It's really happy. That one? Not so... Oh, there it goes. Now it's moving again. Let's see how many shine bugs I have now. Whoa, okay, over 100. Yeah, I let that one run for a little bit. Oops. All right, let's take a look at just how much solar energy I'm recovering here. Or generating, I should say. 1,678. It's ridiculous. How about the food supply? We've got 30,000 calories worth of lettuce right there. And I'm using that to cook into a mushroom wrap. Although I think the better idea might be to do sushi as well. Lots of cooking going on. Actually, sushi seems like the best thing to do. Yeah, it's quality of 4, whereas the mushroom wrap, that uses mushrooms and everything. Here's what we'll do. We'll cook fried mushrooms, because that's +1, at least it's something, right? And then I'll do sushi, because then I take the fillets and I take the lettuce. Okay, so I think the only thing left to do here is to replace this ladder. Yeah, with a big plastic ladder. Boom! Fancy. Alright, so one other thing I was able to achieve over here is a little bit more organization for my food storage. So that's good. And I have a little bit of room to expand. A little bit. Although I don't know if I might want to actually expand this over to the left. But it looks like I should be able to use a receptacle here and then use auto sweepers to at least supply to some of these refrigerators here. So I can probably expand this to the left and use more sweepers and whatnot and just make this thing even bigger as, you know, as need be. But for right now, that's going to definitely expand the amount of food storage I have available. Maybe I'll relocate one of these refrigerators over here so that it contains the right type of food so the dupes don't have to run as far. But I think that'll be, you know, more automation for another time. Thank you, game! You gave me an arbor acorn. Thank you so much. Finally, I got that thing back. Whew. All right, so I'll have to get that planted next time. At any rate, that's all I got time for today. Thank you guys for watching. If this looks like the channel for you, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. As always, stay awesome, guys. Peace. Brothgar out.